What's up, guys? What's up, guys? What's up, guys? So, Beauty and the Beast, Kong, Skull Island, Logan, Episode 8, Last Jedi teaser
best
trailer.
love letters to Hollywood that we have
This
ever
film
seen.
is a masterpiece. So, until the next time, goodbye. What's up, guys? So this is my spoiler-filled discussion. If you see the title of this video, spoilers will be talked about in this video. If you don't want to see spoilers, go back and check out my last video, which was my spoiler-free review of The Last Jedi. If you don't want things spoiled, don't watch this video. So this video is going to have two parts. The first part is going to be a nice little thing I did with my friends who I went to see the film with, and we came back here, talked about the film. We thought it would be a nice thing to sort of do a small group discussion, talk about our thoughts, and then afterwards I'll be giving my more in-depth, spoiler-filled discussion, talk about what I liked, what I didn't like about the film, and yeah, so here we go. So we just saw Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, and now we're going to do a spoiler-filled discussion about it, because by the time I post this, I will have already posted my spoiler-free review. So now we can talk about all the stuff that happened. So, what are you guys' initial thoughts on the film?
I have a thought.
Fucking
Alright, let's start. I didn't miss.
Okay.
Check the videos.
Okay, Seth.
You really have to do that after you did
Yeah,
that
oh
whole
my
thing?
fucking
I'm
God.
sorry. It's just
Right.
because I his phone.
So, you can cut it from now until we actually start on. But Seb, why?
I don't want to be here. I'm over.
Right, we've just seen Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi, and this is going to be a spoiler-filled discussion. By the time I post this, I will have already posted my spoiler-free review, so now we have the chance to talk about all the stuff, spoilers, and all the events that happened in the film. So, guys, initial thoughts on the film?
There's a little too much like lead time waiting up to the big events.
Yeah.
There was like 30 minutes of like core movie and that was just kind of just like filler. But
Yeah,
what do I know?
first hour...
Too long.
The first hour I thought was first hour was slow, I thought, but it did a good job of setting up the relationship between Luke and Rey, and I thought that Mark Hamill was really good in his return as Luke Skywalker, and also, I mean, all the performances all round are great, but I thought that first hour, apart from the opening action scene, which was really cool, I thought that first hour was a little bit slow and not that eventful.
I would like to state that like everyone in this shot has like ADHD. Like,
Yeah.
what the fuck you spinning for? And why are you bouncing a ball?
A favourite moment in the film?
Yoda.
Yeah, fine.
Yoda, that was came out of nowhere and he's
Yeah.
like wisdom.
Yeah, Yoda just shows up,
But-
gives Luke Skywalker some advice.
How did he save the books? That's what I don't get.
He didn't save the books.
No, because
No, yeah,
Finn
the
opened-
books were there at the end.
when Finn
Oh, so there
opened
was
the
I thought that was just his code, but they
Oh
were
yeah, okay, slight continuity error. We thought that Yoda burnt all the Jedi books, but then they show up at the end
with Finn.
with Finn.
He's
Finn's just
magic.
like reading these books, and we thought that they got burnt. So yeah, that was interesting. So,
What was the question?
favorite moment in the film?
You gotta give me some time to think on that.
You've had a ton of time. On the spot.
Skywalker getting shot at by AT-AT number 2.
Yeah. Luke,
fucking Gorilla Walker. Alright, know your shit.
yeah. Luke Skywalker gets demolished by a ton of like rays and blasters, and then it turns out he's just like,
Force Ghost.
yeah. Oh yeah, he completely fools Kylo Ren.
I know my my Star Wars.
Force Ghost. Is that the official definition?
That's what Yoda did.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's what we did. So Luke survives that, but he didn't actually survive it because it was just his ghost. Completely fools Kylo Ren, and then at the end you had this huge shot of recreating original 1977 Star Wars with the two moons, and Luke becomes a Force ghost.
Just like Obi-Wan, like his
just like-
coat flew away when Darth Vader struck him down, just
Yep.
like he did.
Luke's coat flies away. He becomes a spirit Force ghost. He joins Yoda and Obi-Wan Kenobi. I thought that was a good end for the character.
Are we making opinions? Or
I'll be making it. Okay, yeah. You want,
Yeah, like
we can literally add anything to this, and then I'll just edit.
I don't like Finn.
Yeah, fuck Finn.
Yeah, hashtag fuck Finn.
Yeah.
That,
Why? 'Cause he's black?
not because he's black, because he's like.
He's irrelevant. What does he do?
Why the hell did he just decide to like get in a freaking plane and drive right at a gun?
Yeah,
And
like
kill his girlfriend?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, wait,
Yeah.
I thought Ray was his girlfriend too, but then like.
Yeah, I know.
I got mad.
That's completely
black guy
for-
dating a Korean girl.
Yeah.
Right.
That actually probably
Keep telling
happens a lot.
yourself.
Completely
Keep
forced
telling
romance.
No, it
They-
doesn't. Yeah, like, oh my
yeah,
god.
Like, completely forced romance between Rose and Finn. The stuff between Rose and Finn just wasn't that convincing. They tried to force in a romance there. And then Rose makes this really dumb decision. And I thought that they were actually going to kill Finn off when he was going to sacrifice himself to stop the cannon blaster. And then she just takes him out and almost kills herself.
You ever notice that Finn is like OD sweaty?
Yeah.
Like he's like always dripping.
He just has a very...
It's like
Palms with dick sweaty.
no, who's a shitty character?
Who?
That Kylo Ren's like little shit face.
Hux?
Yeah, him.
General Hux?
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck
And
the
his
guy.
fucking
He's
his
irrelevant.
little
I know.
fucking chin beard shit.
Yeah, I know.
Fucking-
General
fucking
Hux, he just goes around, he gets made fun of, he gets bossed around by everyone.
He's just like a potato.
There's too many
He's
shenanigans.
pathetic, and he lost all the time.
And C-3PO didn't do anything this movie.
And but what else I didn't like? It's like Ode to Dreadnought, right? It's like a giant shit that's like supposed to end the universe, right?
Yeah.
And then like a single guy like takes it down.
He's
Like really? Like come on.
And that
Come
happens,
on, Disney.
but that's my problem with every Star Wars. That happens every time.
Yeah, that's
Like,
what I'm saying.
The Force Awakens, they're like, oh shit, we have this huge Death Star that was twice the size of this other Death Star. Oh, now there's a little hole that we can just shoot at and we win.
Yeah. I agree.
It seems that everything the Empire builds just has one spot in the middle that just blows everything up.
Like,
So they still haven't learned their lesson.
their
And also, like-
fucking designer is so ass.
Yeah.
They're an architect.
Yeah, sign me up. I do robotics.
Holla at.
That was in the very beginning, in this opening giant space battle, and Poe has to destroy this huge dreadnought thing, and again, they just hit one spot in the middle, the whole thing blows up, and the whole thing gets blown up. Yeah. I feel like we've been trashing it, like, so far.
I thought it was pretty trash. I'm gonna be honest.
Dude, honestly, my favorite was Rogue. Wait, was it Rogue?
Not gonna lie, I thought
Rogue
like when Yoda
No,
came
no.
back, I was like,
Force Awakens.
Rogue One was the best.
Rogue One, you prefer... Okay.
That
when Yoda came back, right? That was dope as shit.
Okay. My favourite moments in the film, Yoda coming back, Snoke getting freaking
oh, that fight
sliced
scene.
in half.
That was the best Star Wars fight scene I've seen.
Yeah, best fight scene...
Like,
There wasn't even a fight scene. There was a tickle from his
No,
fingers.
yeah,
No,
but
no,
after,
no,
when they were fighting all the
okay,
like,
Kylo Ren
that was like
and Rey versus the
Versace
Imperials.
plastic suit guys.
Great, yeah, really
Alright,
good
that,
fight
that was
scene.
another thing I had a problem with, right? All those like red guys, right? Those
Yeah.
like Imperial guards, right? You remember
Yeah.
from when Yoda and Darth
Yeah,
Sidious,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
I'm going hella nerd right now.
Yeah,
Hold up. They're supposed to be like the best of the best, right?
Yeah.
So and then there's 16 of them, and they can't take it down. Some like 6-year-old girl with a lightsaber. Like really, you joking?
Like
right now?
Kylo Ren's a beast.
Fuck them, all right? I'm talking about the red guys.
Like I have a costume problem. Like
Okay.
they're warriors and they're wearing plastic suits. Like it just made me mad. And, like why does it's so fucking shiny?
Yeah, but like if all right, now I'm going really nerdy, right? If they're supposed to be like, there's like a whole like training program for them, right? And they have to like kill each other, and the one that survives wins, right?
Yeah.
Becomes
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
royal guard, right?
Yeah.
But like, and there's 20 of them, and they can't take 10-2 people. It's like,
Yeah,
come on,
yeah.
come on.
But also, they were two like Jedi and dark side like in their prime.
Yeah, and that's what I like. That one scene
Yeah.
where the one scene where they're fighting over the lightsaber that shows like the balance.
Yeah.
Bad and good. And
Like this
they'll
is
never
bad
be
and good,
settled.
and
It
they're
would
going.
never be settled.
Yeah. I thought
There's
the
always
whole
gonna
thing,
be there's always gonna be the dark side and good side.
Yeah,
The-
I thought the whole thing with like Kylo Ren and Rey talking to each other like through the Force. I thought that was kind of cool. All the scenes where they were
Oh yeah,
connecting.
true.
Like,
the camera angles were like perfect.
Yeah,
different
like they
different
looking at
scenes.
each other from different. Seb, do you have anything to add to this?
No, I'm good.
No, he's just busy.
Hey guys, I'm Smash. I'm a film director, but I have no fucking idea
I'm just
what
adding
to
images to my mental wank bank.
You know what they say? Another movie for my belt is another wank under.
I don't even know.
Should I keep that in?
What? Oh, I don't even know where I was going with that.
So I thought that Snoke's death was actually kind of unexpected. I went through the day.
Yeah, like he was talking about how he could read his mind, but he couldn't tell that he had. The fuck out of here, Disney.
Yeah, I know.
Just pisses me off.
Kylo Ren was just like, and then Snoke's just like, and he's done.
Fucking Superman can't handle a
Yeah,
hot
I know.
hot
And,
toaster in his.
and like, how did like Snoke's meant to be this like supreme?
He said Superman can't handle a hot toast, and you're like, yeah, exactly. Oh, what?
Superman can't handle a hot
Halfway
toaster.
through my thought, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, Snoke was meant to be this like supreme dark leader of the Force, and he didn't sense the lightsaber right next to him, about to slide straight through him. Okay, so final thoughts on Last Jedi.
I'm hoping the next one's better.
Thor was better.
Thor Ragnarok. Yeah.
Yoda's my dude.
6.5 out of 10.
Okay.
6.5 out of 10.
I'm gonna
It's
go.
passing.
Yeah.
Barely.
I'm not gonna grade it just yet because I do want to see it again. Initial thoughts. I don't think it was as good as Force Awakens, but I do think it would be much better on a rewatch. But yeah, that's a spoiler-filled discussion. There are some good moments, and yeah, I think we need to wrap this up, like right now.
No signal.
Okay.
It's
Damn
dead.
shit.
Done. So hopefully you guys liked that. That was a bit of fun that we had. And now I'm going to get really in-depth about the things that I liked and didn't like about The Last Jedi. First off, Luke Skywalker is great in the film. Honestly, I thought the way that they treated his character was great, and the way that he eventually left was really well done, actually. The way that it paid tribute to the original Star Wars, 1977 Star Wars, John Williams' score, him standing, seeing the two suns, as opposed to the two moons of Tatooine from the original film, and John Williams' score, da-da-da-da-da-da-da, just beautiful, gave me goosebumps. I thought that was a really, really fitting way for Luke to go. And now he's going to be a Force ghost up there with Obi-Wan Kenobi and Yoda. Let's talk about Yoda. Completely unexpected. Yoda just shows up. I thought that the first time I saw him, I thought that the CGI was a bit iffy. I thought, why does Yoda look a bit funny? And then I got used to it. I thought that what they did with his character was great. He was really funny. And there's this one great shot of Luke and Yoda just sitting down on a rock, watching the Jedi tree and books burn. And I thought it was just a really great moment between these two old mentors, and I thought that was a really, really special moment. Yoda's inclusion in this film was completely unexpected and a really, really great surprise. The way they handled Leia as well. I thought that in the film she could have had a bit more to do, actually. But Carrie Fisher, rest in peace, she gave an excellent performance in her last ever film. The last time we'll ever see Leia. And the way that they treated her character and the way that they paid tribute to Carrie Fisher was really great. Alright, now let's get in depth about Snoke. He gets sliced in half by Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren, while he tricks Snoke into thinking that he's focusing on Rey, meanwhile he's summoning the lightsaber right next to Snoke, and as Snoke was the supreme leader of the dark side, I'm still not sure how he didn't sense the lightsaber that was right next to him, but Kylo Ren just goes, boom. Snoke's like, and then we pan out and you see that it's just gone straight through him. Kylo Ren just goes, boom. Slices straight through him. Snoke splits in half. Boom. Wow. I was shocked. Everyone in the theatre was shocked. Nobody saw that coming. That was one of the 2 or 3 standout moments that just made me go, wow. So the film has plenty of those. The second one was when the huge rebel ship turns around and light speeds its way straight through the Imperial ship. And Hux is just like, no, shoot, keep firing, go now. Because he didn't realise that she was turning around and going to go straight through them. Straight to split up this huge gigantic ship. And of course, when the two ships collide, there was no sound. You see the boom, collision, complete silence. That was great, honestly. The audience reaction, we were like, wow. That just happened. The way that they did that, with the silence and just the impact and the boom, that was just really, really well done. One of the standout moments of the film by far. I also really enjoyed Kylo Ren and Rey's sort of Force connection. The way that they talk to each other through the Force, you can definitely see that there's some kind of connection between them. And the way that they talked, the camera angles were perfect. You know, it looked like one person was turning around and then talking. And when they eventually make that connection, that was really interesting to see. And then Kylo's like, Rey, join me. And she can see that there's still conflict within him. And however hard she tries, he still feels drawn to the dark side. And now with Snoke dead, Kylo Ren takes control of the dark side. He becomes Supreme Leader. And one of the great moments, General Hux is like, the Supreme Leader is dead. And then Kylo Ren's like, the Supreme Leader is dead? Force grips Hux and he's like, all hail the Supreme Leader. Kylo Ren is the new Supreme Leader of the dark side. He still has issues though. It was really interesting to see the flashback to Luke trying to kill Kylo Ren, realising his mistake, but then Kylo Ren waking up. And essentially it was Luke who turned Ben Solo into Kylo Ren, and that internal struggle for Luke Skywalker was really, really interesting to see. But now I'm wondering, who's going to be the main villain? There really is no major villain. Snoke was set up to be this great, all-powerful being, and in this film he really doesn't do much. I thought that he was at least going to get involved in a fight. It was a bit of a letdown because all we'd seen of Andy Serkis as Snoke was holograms from Force Awakens and the beginning of the film, when he's talking to General Hux. And then when we finally do get to see him, he's just this old, weird, shriveled face guy sitting down in a chair in his big red room. But, yeah, I thought that they could have done more with Snoke. But that lightsaber fight, Kylo Ren and Rey versus the Imperial Guards, hands down one of the best. In terms of dramatic depth, all the stuff going on between Kylo Ren and Rey, that tension now between them, but also that connection that they've just made, that they don't really want that head of authority. Kylo Ren said, we need to destroy all the heads of authority. So he's right in that he killed Snoke, but he also wants to get rid of Luke Skywalker, who basically he was turned against, as we saw in the Jedi Temple when Luke Skywalker was trying to train him. The Finn and Rose romance subplot was interesting. The thing that they did, freeing the horses, that was an interesting world to see. I thought that the casino looked great, and when you saw that, exterior shot of the casino and that whole world, I was like, wow, that looks great. Benicio del Toro, his character was interesting. His lisp was funny. It sort of grew on me as the film went on, but at first I was like, is that a lisp? I realised that it was definitely a lisp. Yes, that grew on me. His character, of course, double-crossed Finn and Rose, but yes, that was interesting. Rose does something really idiotic, I think, when she crashes into Finn. I thought it would have been a sad but very fulfilling moment if Finn sacrificed himself in order to get in the way of the cannon, the giant laser that was about to blow up the rebels. But she risks her life, and then it would have been really, really dumb if she'd died. And then she kisses Finn. That romance was never going to work out. I still think Finn and Rey are going to get together at some point. Rey, Daisy Ridley, again, great as Rey. She eventually learns her powers and lifts up the rocks at the end. And yeah, I thought that her interplay with Mark Hamill was great. There were some really great moments of humour. The Porgs are so adorable, honestly. But yeah, so I feel like I've been rambling on and on. I really like The Last Jedi. I think there are some things definitely that are issues with it. I think some of the characters could have had more screen time, and minor characters could have been taken out. I wanted more of Snoke. I wanted more of Finn. I wanted more of Poe. Oscar Isaac was great as Poe, but I still wanted more from him. But yeah, Last Jedi was really interesting. It was a radical change from the rest of the Star Wars series, and it took the franchise in bold new directions. I really like what Rian Johnson did with the franchise. It's gorgeous to look at. There's dramatic depth, great visuals, a great lightsaber fight, and great performances all round. I think it was a great tribute to Carrie Fisher. It carried on the series' legacy and took it in new directions, and I thought were really bold, and some of them paid off extremely well. So yeah, those are my thoughts on The Last Jedi. I'm definitely going to see it again. I can get a grade out once I've seen it again. It really, really deserves a second viewing. This is a very different film that I really want to see again. So, I now have my non-spoiler review and my spoiler-filled review. You can pick whichever one you want. If you saw this, hopefully you had already seen the film and you didn't get anything spoiled for you that you didn't want to get spoiled. But yeah, those are my thoughts. Thank you for watching this video, and until the next time, goodbye. I'm not going to give a grade yet because I do want to see it again. Ow. No. Oh no. Oh.
That's going in the video. If you don't put that in.
Nerd. Man, my voice cracks about 18 times a day, so I feel you.